Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about taming the Andrewsarchus. This is a fairly straightforward tame. So the first thing that you will need is, of course, honey. And you can find honey where the Andrewsarchus tend to spawn, of course. There are the normal giant beehives, or you can have this as well in the ground. So for that, you will need, of course, a pick. If you use a pick on it, you will gain quite a bit of stone and a decent amount of honey. Now, honey, of course, has a very short spoil timer, but luckily, as you can see right in front of me, there's quite a few of them around. So this is where I am located on the map. The Andrewsarchuses have a decent amount of spawn locations, so it's up to you where you want to go and tame it. And this is where I am taming it. It is close to my base. You saw the map and coordinates. So first things first, we will need to place the honey in our hotbar, as we will have to throw it in front of the Andrewsarchus. For this, of course, I do recommend having a crossbow and a grappling hook if you do not have the tech armor. And so right here, I'm going to put the super spyglass in my inventory. First things first, before you even start taming it, you want to clear out all of the hostile creatures. As you can see, there will be dead creatures on the map. That is because I've already cleared it out. So anything that was potentially hostile that may affect the tame, I have already killed. Now, of course, things will respawn back in, so just keep on top of it. Right there is my target. So as I am making my way towards it with the use of the jetpack, I am again checking the area, making sure it is still clear. Oh, there is another one right there. So let's get rid of that Andrewsarchus. We don't really want it. We want some clear space right there. And there we go. It is taking a few hits. There we go. Oh, that was a level 145. Anyways, the one I wanted was also a level 145. And hopefully I didn't kill the one I wanted. And that would suck. Yeah, there we go. That is, so there's another one right there far in the distance. I am not going to risk it, so I am going to snipe it from a distance. I missed that shot. Let's get a bit closer. I'm going to try and use the tech rifle. Of course, the ammunition on the, the bullets on the tech rifle, I didn't know how to word this, are a bit slow, so you do have to try and guess where the creature will be as you fire. It does take a bit of guesswork, but it does work. Alright, where's my Andrewsarchus? I don't want to land on the ground just yet until I know where it is. I think it's behind that tree, but I want to confirm that. Okay, so as you can see, it will run up to dead bodies and harvest them. That's fine. We know where it is. We know the area is clear. So, of course, with that said, we're going to get somewhat close to it and throw some honey in its direction. Now, the problem with this is if there are too many creatures around, other creatures will go towards the honey and eat it. So, it can be a bit fiddly. Once it's eaten, you want to get close to it, then press E to mount it and ride it. As you do, you will get some arrows. The white arrow tells you what direction it's going into, so you want to use your keys to basically press in that direction. If it's red, that means you need to stop pressing. Otherwise, basically just keep doing what it does and just keep the key pressed that it wants you to press. Now, notice that there are several things going on with the taming. There is the taming bar telling us the percentage of taming effect, or the percentage that it's been tamed, and underneath it has a rage bar. And so basically, once it reaches full rage, it will throw you off its back. And of course, with the red bar, you should really jump off its back before it gets all filled out and make your way to safety. So with the tech suit, you can just hover above it until it loses aggro. If it has your aggro, or if you gain its aggro, probably sounds better that way. Or of course, with the crossbow and the grappling hook, you can grapple to the top of trees and just wait it out there until it loses its aggro. It will lose interest fairly quickly. So that is pretty much how you get out of the way. Once it's lost interest, you just basically rinse and repeat the first step, making sure to press the keys that it wants you to press at the time it wants you to press it. So that is pretty much it. You cannot trap it in anything, so you can't use traps with it because it will throw you off its back a lot quicker. It doesn't like the open air, so the best way to go about it is to continuously make sure everything is clear around you. So just basically one of those things, when you find the Andrewsarchus that you're interested in, clear the area. I would probably take a good range on that, just because you don't know where the Andrewsarchus is going to go. Keep it clear as you are working on the Tame, and I'm going to throw another honey in its direction. Hopefully the moss chops doesn't have it. That's fine. Run up to it, get on its back, let us do its own thing. As you can see, it doesn't really like it if it gets stuck. The red bar does fill out quite quickly. There are quite a few things for it to get stuck on, so it does suck sometimes. And just make sure to get off its back before the rage bar at the bottom goes into being fully red. There we go. We are on the last leg of this Tame. There are a couple of things that have respawned, but I do think it should tame for now. Now, this time around, hopefully we do not tame close to anything dangerous. But one thing that is cool about this is, whilst it does have a pretty neat saddle, you can actually ride it without the use of a saddle after you have tamed it. There we go. There's our Andrewsarchus, level 204. We lost some taming effectiveness because I didn't get off its back soon enough. So you do want to dismount it before the red bar fully fills up. So there are a couple that have spawned back in close to this area. With that being said, and then I'm going to cryopod this, and I'm going to show you in the next section what this creature can do. It is pretty neat and useful as well. So join me in the next bit. So, you got yourself an Andrewsarchus. Well, what do you do with it? First things first, you can craft a saddle for it. And of course, with the saddle, if you put these bullets in it, so the advanced rifle bullet, you can use the saddle as a turret on it, so it's basically like a walking tank. The saddle, of course, you can craft at level 74, and this is what it requires to be crafted. Of course, you will have to have a smithy in order to craft it. The nice thing about it is you can ride it without the saddle, but of course the saddle does give it that extra added features. So what does it actually do? Well, it is more or less a bit of a creature mounted turret type of thing. You are fully enclosed in the turret section, and of course its attacks, it does have that back kick which will knock creatures back. It does have a jump, and boy does it jump. And let's try this back kick on this right here. Now of course this creature is pretty much curled up, so it won't move very far, but that is pretty darn neat. I don't know if it applies torpor, but if it does, it is an added feature that is quite useful. It does have the bite. If you go into first person, you can see the inside of the turret where you are located. You got like a kill count on one side, and got some nice drawings on the other side. Nice little reference to the Fjordur map. And of course, another thing that you can do, this turret on the back of this creature is not just for show. You can actually use it, and it doesn't matter if you have the bullets in your inventory when you mount it or in the creature's inventory. Once you enable the turret, you can pretty much swing it 360 and start shooting at things. And although you do get the crosshair, you can actually use the trail of the bullets to kind of get an idea of where to fire. So I'm going to use an example right there. You can see where the bullets are going. They don't do a lot of damage, but it is spitting a lot of bullets out. And so do be prepared to be crafting quite a few bullets if you're going to be using this creature. And notice that you can actually use a turret and walk, run, jump, do all these other things. Of course, the buttons or the keys that do this do slightly change about, but once you get the hang of it, it is not all that complicated. And this is what it looks like from first person. But what's really interesting is you can actually instantly aim in any direction, although the animation does kind of trail behind. So I'm going to show you what I mean right here. So notice that the bullets will actually go where I point the crosshairs, despite the fact that the turret animation has not actually turned at the speed at which I am actually turning around to point the crosshairs in a specific direction. And that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe, folks.